I'm Brooke Anderson.
And I'm Kevin Frazier.
The Insider is on.
Hey, it's Oprah.
Oprah confronted about her Kardashian ratings success.
Did I do them just for ratings?
And
I was a prostitute hunter.
why Mike Tyson has now gone silent after his wild Today Show interview.
We have your pop culture intelligence.
Plus,
Snooki and JWoww on their Jersey Shore spinoff show.
If I wasn't pregnant, I would have been drunk and a terrible roommate.
And
Niecy Nash, Cedric the Entertainer, Soul Man, great new show. Behind the scenes of tonight's new Heavenly sitcom with this wild new flashback.
I wanna have sex with you.
Now, from Hollywood, The Insider is on.
Our hilarious visit to the set of Cedric the Entertainer and Niecy Nash's new show, Soul Man. And you know what? It may be madness, but I just can't get enough of Snooki. One of tonight's gems, how much a placenta weighs. You just got to stick around. Welcome to The Insider. I'm Kevin Frazier.
And I'm Brooke Anderson. Thanks so much for spending some time with us.
I'm only here for the rest of this week. Remember that.
Joy Behar with The Insider in New York. She will anchor her own primetime show for Current TV in September. She's getting used to the chair, filling in for Elliot Spitzer all this week.
They should tune in to listen to people's opinions and hopefully be entertained while they're learning something.
Joy added that her deal is nowhere near the $10 million a year that former Current TV host Keith Olbermann was allegedly making. And she also says all she needs for a perfect show is two guests, Charlie Sheen and Mel Gibson. I would pay to see that hour of television.
Well, you won't have to pay if she books them for her show, but she said they're pretty much going to let her do whatever she wants on the show, so buckle your seatbelt for that. All right, it's time now for your daily dose of pop culture intelligence. Our own Debbie Matenopoulos is here with that. Hey, Debbie.
Hey, guys. I love Joy, by the way, and she will do whatever she wants.
Yeah, she right? No question.
She will be great. All right, first up, the Kardashians. The Kardashians are boosting ratings for Oprah. That's right. 1.1 million people tuned in to watch Sunday's Oprah's Next Chapter with the Kardashian clan. People just love them.
Yeah,
people are so interested in them. They can't get enough.
They love them, and it's the orchestrator, Kris Jenner, the mama, who really runs all this. I called her this morning and asked her about the rating success.
Kris, I want to ask you about the Oprah Next Chapter that you did, your family, raising her ratings 151% over last year. What does that say about what you guys do?
Well, that's amazing to hear, and I'm just really happy that we were able to, deliver such a great show. It was so much fun to do, and I think that for us, it was about the energy that she brought to the table.
And by the way, Kris just got back this morning from Paris with Kim. They went to see Kanye perform his Watch the Throne tour, and also to work, because that's what she does for a living. She cashes checks.
Yeah, they work. She says the whole family, they get up at 4 or 5 every morning and they work all day long. But speaking of that interview, I found it really interesting that right after a guy named Kemp Parchment, he has his own online radio show, Kemp Empire, he tweeted his listeners, do you think Oprah should have interviewed the Kardashians? Well, Oprah not only saw this, not only tweeted him back, she called into his online radio show to do an interview. She defended her talking to the Kardashians, said it wasn't all about ratings. So you'll hear from her now and hear from Kemp about his experience.
Did I do them just for ratings? No. Do I hope that people will watch? And am I trying to do things that I think will garner the public's interest? Yes, because it's the television business.
My experience recently, with Oprah calling into my radio show, that alone tells you how powerful Twitter or Facebook can be.
He's right, and it is the business. And Oprah, I spoke with a member of her team right before we came on air, and Oprah orchestrated this whole thing herself, took it upon herself to call in, knows the importance of the web and social media in communicating with people and her fans.
100% true. I mean,
part 2 is Sunday, too. Part 2.
Yeah.
And there's another part of the Kardashians.
It's not over yet.
It's not over. Oprah's not done.
No, she's not done, and she's not dumb. She knows what gets ratings.
Exactly.
I mean, seriously. Okay, speaking of somebody else who knows what gets ratings, Simon Cowell, we are inside the X Factor auditions. Here is new video of Britney Spears heading to her judging duties in San Francisco, and she had to defend herself as well against being, believe it or not, a very tough-as-nails judge. Look at this.
I don't think I'm the toughest judge at all. I definitely think Simon would have to be the toughest judge.
Yeah, but she's a close second. People are talking about it.
Amazing.
Speaking of auditions, do you guys know her fiance, Jason Treywick?
Yes, and you know him well.
I do, but we'll get into that in a minute. First, I'd like to show you a little video that he's posted on Vidi. Take a look at this of him singing.
We're Ubering.
What's your price for flight? And driving Mrs. Right.
Cute. Well, very cute, but not the best singer.
It was cute.
Yes, Jason and I
Little
go
pitchy.
A little pitchy, a little bit. And did you see her? My favorite part is that
Yeah.
she's in the car
Yeah.
too, and she's like, no, still no, still no.
Uh-huh.
Jason and I go way back, way before Britney Spears. There was Debbie Matenopoulos.
Oh, really?
He was my agent.
Okay, yeah, you said there was Debbie
Oh, no.
Matenopoulos. I was like, what's up?
No, Britney, not like that.
Okay.
Totally platonic. So because he's my friend, this morning I called him up and I surprised him to find out what that video was about and to find out how Britney's been doing. Listen to this.
Why did you make that video?
That was just fun. We took this car service, this new car service called Uber, and she thought the name was cute and funny, and we were on our way to the audition, and I started trying to say different things with Uber in it.
Well, you know, we're so used to seeing Britney on stage and everybody else judging her, you know, the critics judging her. How is she liking being a judge herself?
I think she loves it. I think she's kind of a little shocked with herself on how tough she is. I'm shocked.
You know, he also went on to say that she is absolutely loving not being on that crazy, grueling tour schedule, that she gets to spend so much more time with the kids. And
perfect job for her
perfect
as a
job,
mom.
and she wants to continue to do it. She loves it. She didn't think she'd love it as much as she does.
Okay, Debbie, can we move on to my one of the? It's a soundbite that still has me scratching my head. It's one of those moments where we all just looked at.
We
each
couldn't
other
even
and
believe
said,
it.
All right,
Really?
let's end on a high note.
Let's
shall
end on
we?
a high note, please.
End on
or a low note.
You know, it's some sort of note, and you're still scratching your head. Okay,
Yeah.
Mike Tyson's prostitute outburst. This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. Talk about an interview going way off the rails. Mike and director Spike Lee sat for an interview with the Today Show's Ann Curry promoting his Broadway debut in his one-man show called Mike Tyson Undisputed Truth.
You know, like every time my prostitute girlfriend came back for a trip, I had to sleep with her, you know, so I used to, I'm going to live a different life.
Hey, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Live a different life, you know.
You made a conscious choice.
You're all right, champ. You're all right, champ.
I'm sorry. I was a prostitute hunter.
What? I mean, he was trying to articulate something very non-controversial, becoming a vegan, and then he started talking about being a prostitute hunter.
That's Mike Tyson.
You
So if you want to put Mike Tyson on live TV, you get what you get.
Not
I
on
love
daytime.
it. Mike,
Not
I love
on
you.
daytime
I love
TV.
it.
We
You're not allowed to say that on daytime
reached
TV.
out to Mike Tyson to get some, clarification, but he's traveling today, so we didn't hear from him. But we will, and we'll let you know what he says. Thank you, Debbie.
Debbie, thank you for that moment. All right, we're just getting started here. Prostitute hunter, wow. Coming up on Behind the Scenes of Niecy Nash and Cedric the Entertainer's brand new show, how her actual life inspired this new comedy. It's great stuff.
Then before and after with our insider family on losing a combined 234 pounds. Plus pregnant Snooki on caring for a robot baby. And will the Jersey Shore star have cameras in the delivery room? Okay, a few months back, a few insiders here at our office, including our own Kevin Frazier, took the Sensa Challenge. It's a weight loss project with the goal of dropping a few pounds.
Yeah, and for the 12 people in our group who lost a combined 234 pounds, the Sensa Challenge was nothing short of transformational. That is senior broadcast producer Linda Fuller and daughter Emily, the duo 43 pounds slimmer and looking great thanks to our Sensa Challenge.
Linda, you lost 18 pounds. Emily, you lost 25. Did it really help because you're a mother-daughter team?
Absolutely. Definitely.
Sensa works by using science and sense of smell to curb your appetite.
It really has curbed my appetite. I don't feel like I'm being deprived of anything. You live your life, but you live it in moderation.
The summer slim down really hit home when Emily found the perfect prom dress for her new body.
I just felt like absolutely amazing in it. She looked in that mirror and she knew without question she looked fantastic.
Another weight loss transformation, insider producer and my girl Nina Parker, 30 pounds lighter and showing off her new figure.
How does it make you feel to look at that old picture and then look at yourself now?
I'm angry at my friends and family for not telling me earlier that I was looking a mess.
had no idea my weight had gotten that out of control.
How has Sensa worked for you?
And you don't have to worry about counting points. It's just something that's just so easy. You sprinkle it on the food.
Nina's recent trip to the mall was an emotional one.
Got a couple items and I honestly didn't think they'd fit. When I zipped them up or buttoned them up and they fit, I had a moment in the dressing room. Someone was like, "Are you okay, ma'am?"
It had to be tears of joy.
Yeah, and I spent a bunch of money.
Did you?
It is great. Nina is well on her way to her goal of losing 100 pounds. I'm so proud of her and everyone involved in. I'll tell you something. Just watch. Her Twitter's blowing up with guys hollering at her now.
She's on that husband hunt. But they're hunting for her.
They're hunting for her now. Coming up, my hilarious set visit to Niecy Nash's new show, Soul Man.
Then you'll want to hear pregnant Jersey Shore star Snooki's thoughts on losing her baby weight already. She's not even had the baby. Plus, inside Katy Perry's new photo shoot next.
I thought it was important to document whether it was going to be great, good or bad, all the highs, all the lows.
That's Katy Perry there talking to The Hollywood Reporter today about her film, Part of Me, that's out July 5th. And I'm going to actually sit down with Katy tomorrow to talk all about it. We'll have it here.
Cannot wait for that conversation. Meanwhile, Niecy Nash and Cedric the Entertainer star in the new TV Land spinoff Soul Man. And you know what? This role is no real stretch for Niecy. She once was married to an ordained minister. How much of your real life is in this?
How about all of it? I say all the time that some roles you were born to play and others you were divorced to play. Yes, I said it.
Niecy living out her real life 13-year marriage to a preacher in her new sitcom. Let's say this though, you don't look like a pastor's wife.
Traditionally it's not, but here's the thing. When you come to the church, the goal is to be there in spirit and in truth. This is the truth of who I am. And really, when I was a first lady, I looked like this. Sorry.
I just want to know, when was the last time you saw a pastor's wife like that? That's just me. I'm just asking.
I want to have sex with you.
In the show, debuting tonight on TV Land, Cedric the Entertainer plays Niecy's husband, a former R&B star who's now a minister. Tell me about the music video.
Well, you know, I had to do the video of the song that made me the most famous. I Want to Have Sex with You, which was with Chew, spelled Chew. Chew, yeah.
You can do it. I want to have sex with you.
I had the Drip and Jerry curl. I had all the stuff in there with the girl playing the saxophone. You know, the three girls in the back. This has got to be one of the best jobs in television.
I'll talk to the church ladies, and I'll let them know how good you are.
Babe, they hate me.
They do not hate you. They just hate how you look, and how you act, and what you represent.
The chemistry between the two is undeniable, and turns out the comedic duo have been friends for years.
This right here was from years ago. We went to a company Christmas party, had a little too much to drink, was the backstory. And we took those pictures, and now they live on this set.
This is my favorite real picture. You and Barack Obama.
Yeah, you look at that. You know, and if you look at that picture close, you can tell he has no idea that I'm in the picture with him.
As we reminisced about the president, Cedric showed me his best Barack walk.
That's pretty good.
Cedric says he wants to do a new show called POTUS, all about his Barack walk.
I love that. And they're our neighbors. They're right here on the same lot.
And the show premieres tonight.
All right. That was excellent. Okay, moving now to another TV couple. JWoww and Snooki debuted their new spin-off show tomorrow night on MTV. But before you see it, we're going one-on-one with both of these Jersey Shore stars.
Our spin-off is more of just like us in everyday life. Obviously, I'm not partying, so you're going to see my first trimester. So you get to see us on a more personal level, I feel.
Smell my finger. It's all fist pumps and baby bumps tomorrow when Jersey's favorite Widettes move in together on the debut of MTV's Snooki and JWoww.
This is a good area?
Yes.
Snooki's surprise pregnancy setting the tone of the show.
I really need to tell you something. I'm pregnant and engaged.
At one point, I thought I was being punked because it was so much information that I was like, all right, where's Gianni and Roger? Like, obviously this is a big joke. But once it settled in, I was really excited. How does this happen? You know,
sex.
I think it worked out better with Nicole being pregnant, to be honest.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I think you enjoyed my company more because if I wasn't pregnant, I would have been drunk and a terrible roommate.
Yeah, I think it worked out for the best. I got a sober Snooki, and it was actually an amazing time.
Show the belly.
On the show, Snooki prepping for motherhood with a robot baby.
Robot babies are worse than regular babies.
It's like your worst nightmare. And it should be for 16 and pregnant.
Yeah, definitely.
Snooki due in September, already anticipating how she'll lose the baby weight.
I'm not worried at all. I mean, the placenta we just found out is 2 pounds. So there goes 2 pounds. And then the baby. So I'm going to bounce right back because I was 100 pounds before I got pregnant. So I have no worries.
But one thing viewers won't see, the delivery.
I'm not going to film my labor because I feel like that's a very private moment. And I don't want people seeing me scream and sweating. But they can see me after with the baby.
I'm fascinated by Snooki. Oh, I mean, fascinated.
We're going to be right back. Stay with us.
The Insider is getting social, and we want to interact with you as we interact with the stars.
Thanks, you guys. Good. That was good the way you did that.
I am on The Insider.
The Insider on Facebook, at The Insider on Twitter, and TheInsider.com is bringing your voice to Hollywood. Join us and become an insider. Movies, television, and music. The latest news at your fingertips. The Social Media 360 is here, so let's get the conversation started.
Good night. Take care, everybody.
See you later.